Today he's a financial planner, so he has a very interesting topic to share with you guys. But before we begin, I want to let you know that we're gonna start hosting weekly webinars about different topics, and I'm very grateful and honored and excited for this first webinar this year by Jose. Jose, welcome.
Thank you, Taide. It's my pleasure to be here with you guys today.
So Jose has a presentation where he's gonna share with you some of the information that we wanna. I'm gonna say it again. Share with you. So if you have any questions, please make sure that you ask them in the chat below. I'm gonna be taking notes, and we will have a Q&A at the end of this presentation. So, Jose, the stage is yours, and I'm gonna let you share your screen.
Okay, perfect.
So we can go in Zoom mode. And remember to unmute yourself from Zoom.
Okay.
There you go.
Okay. Can you see my screen now?
Hold on, give me 1 sec. Yeah, we can see it.
Perfect. I'm hearing some feedback.
Oh yeah, if mute yourself on the other link that I sent you. Just mute it there.
Okay. How's that?
It's perfect.
All right. Well, thank you so much for this opportunity.
Wait, hold on. Sorry, Jose.
No problem.
So I can hear the. Give me 1 sec. Sorry, guys. We're using a combo right here. We want to make sure that. Okay, let's see. Let us know if you can still hear some echo. Or if we, or close the other one, Jose, and then we will connect after your presentation.
Okay, perfect. All right, can you hear me now?
Perfect, no echo. Go ahead, Jose, sorry. We can hear you, Jose.
Okay, well, thank you so much for this opportunity, Taide. It's an honor and privilege for me to share about LifePlan 360 and what it can do for families. And this is something new, something that has been growing and growing, mainly in the West Coast, in the East Coast, and we're little by little bringing it here to the West Coast. And it's an honor for me to be able to share with you guys and to be here and to let you know that there's solutions to your financial problems. So there's a question here: if you were to design the perfect financial plan for your family, what would it look like? And the first section says, if you were to design, I'm talking about families designing their own financial plans, and not a financial advisor and coming and telling you, hey, this is what you need to do, this is what you need to get into, this is when you need to put your money in here. We're talking about sharing with you information, and at the end, you will be the one that's going to be able to design your perfect financial plan, especially for your family. So let's get started. And I just want to say that this is the first time that we offer this lifestyle planning here in San Diego or in the state of California. And our first host is the Hispanic Chamber of E-commerce, and I'm very honored. And Taide, thank you for this opportunity to introduce LifePlan 360, the greatest financial plan ever created with the Hispanic Chamber of E-commerce family. And my name is Jose Daniel Corte Jr. I'm a lifestyle planner and certified life LifePlan 360 expert who is passionate about empowering my local community with financial concepts. And it is my mission to share the most complete planning process called LifePlan 360 with everyone across the nation. My goal is to help people truly achieve their financial goals and be completely debt-free. I'm hosting this no-cost webinar to help my friends and neighbors prepare for what's ahead. And I'm your local LifePlan 360 certified advisor and friend. And I'm a financial professional, and I've been doing this since 2012. But recently I changed in order to be able to share LifePlan 360 with the whole nation, the whole United States. And so I know there's a lot of questions out there. What's LifePlan 360? How did it come to be, and who created it? And I cannot go any further ahead without actually telling you a story and telling you about John Dahl. John Dahl is the founder and CEO of LifePlan 360. And as a 33-year-old industry veteran, John has helped many middle-class family Americans by showing them how to achieve any financial goal. And after 8 months in the life insurance business, John couldn't sell anybody. He knew that products inside out, and he held successful appointments and connected with his prospects, but guess what? He could not close any of them. And one day, frustrated, desperate, and ready to give up, John did the unthinkable. He called every single person he had met with and asked them to explain to him what they thought he would do for them and what they were looking to accomplish by seeing him. He wanted to know this because his perspective and the information given to him, he was building solid plans. So he was a little bit confused. And each prospect has had different goals, dreams, plans, each coming with its own unique and hefty price tag. And there are home projects. I'm talking about weddings, retirements, medical concerns, car payments, grandchildren, vacation, college tuitions, and more. And they wanted to pay for all of this, and they didn't have a solution to these financial struggles. So prospects were not looking for a policy for policy's sake. Rather, they all needed to know how to solve the riddle of how to afford the life they wanted without having to work until 80, without taking another mortgage or drowning in debt. And their collective responses would mark the key moment, not only for his career, but also in their lives and the lives of every financial planner he would come in contact. That includes me. And taking their words to heart, on his very next appointment, John put the feedback he gathered to the test. He had nothing to lose, as nothing else was working. So John found himself enriching the lives of nearly 9 out of 10 middle-class and families he met with. He showed them how to plan for the future events, how to spend money efficiently, and to finally live free of financial stress that so many walked around with. And by the end of these appointments, it was the clients, not John, who built the plans. Unthinkable. And they worked out how to become debt-free immediately and secure 150% of their income to retirement, and how to know the date when they could retire. That's very important. What's more, they knew that their money would never run out, and that when they die, they would leave 100% of their net worth probate-free and tax-free to their children. Today, John Dahl heads up LifePlan 360 at Icon Financial, and he's teaching insurance agents, financial advisors, and financial planners across the nation how to use this life-altering program to help America's middle class through life's financial hardships. And this is why I'm passionate about empowering my local community. I took John's idea. I said, I want to do the same thing. I want to help my community. I want to help the Latino community as well, and with teaching them about financial concept. But furthermore, I decided to become a LifePlan planner and certified LifePlan 360 expert because I wanted to share with people the greatest financial plan ever created. And you may have a lot of questions. What is LifePlan 360? And LifePlan 360 is probably one of the most holistic programs that has ever been created. We're talking about taking every situation, whether it is retirement, college, marriage, legacy, sports, children, medical, renovations in your homes, cars, vacations, whatever it is that you want to do as a financial plan. And he takes it and he does a lot of things for the families. It is the first one that I've ever found that actually takes care of a client from start to finish. And these days, there's a lot of doubt and uncertainty in regards to the way that most people have their plans. And I want to show you this little short video. I'm sorry. And just pay attention. It's very short. It's about 2 minutes. So here you go.
Jose, we cannot hear you. No, can you hear me? For some reason, after the video, we um, check on Zoom on your audio. I don't know if no, we cannot hear you. I don't know if the video messed something up or I can hear you. I don't know if you want to quickly disconnect from Zoom and connect again. Sorry, guys, we had a little technical difficulty right now. So be with us. We will get Jose back again. Give me 1 second. I think he's right there. Let's see. It's connecting. There you go. All right. Share your screen again, Jose. No worries. No problem. That's part of the process.
The video pretty much did a very well job to explain, what LifePlan 360 does for families, for individuals, business owners, churches, whatever it is, we can help you out. So our LifePlan 360 plan takes the client from any age of retirement and gives them a guaranteed plan to accomplish everything in between. It provides a plan for and a plan to protect and cover all life changes. And like we're talking about homes, cars, kids' college, kids' weddings, emergencies, vacations, current lifestyle, retirement, living a legacy, and more. It gives the ability to eliminate debt immediately and stay debt free for life. It gives a guaranteed retirement strategy where they know exactly how much money they will need for retirement, know exactly how much they will draw for life. What's more, they know that their money would never run out. And a retirement income that's 100 to 150% of the income they were making the day before they retired for the rest of their life. And protection from catastrophic events. We're talking about financial, market, or health related. It gives them appropriate and state tax-free inheritance to their children or the heirs, and financial education that everybody needs. This is not new. This is just the concept that we're bringing in with a different advantage of it. And the ability to pay cash for self-finance for all future large ticket items such as boats, cars, vacation properties, exotic vacations, land, helping kids and grandkids. And that's what LifePlan 360 does. So what you're going to see is exactly what I go through with each of my clients when I set up a time to meet. And when we meet, it's usually through an online platform, conferencing platform, like Zoom, like kind of like what we're doing right now. And just so that you know, I don't charge any fees to work with my clients and show them what LifePlan 360 can do for them. No obligation, just education. Don't forget, no obligation, just education. Keep that in mind. And building your LifePlan 360 involves 5 steps. And we're going to go over each of these steps right here, right now, so that you know what to expect when we meet. And before we go on, I have a fiduciary responsibility to share with you, and that is to give you advice in your best interest without consideration of a personal gain. So having said that, let's go to step number 1. Step number 1 is called Introduction and Solve. This is where everything gets started. What we do here is basically a financial discovery. We look at what your hot buttons are financially, and we pinpoint all of your financial struggles. And we're going to take a look at what you are happy about financially and what you are worried about all night. You know, why can't you go to sleep? What are you thinking about at night that worries you too much? And also find out what tools you have in your financial toolbox and what you're willing to do to resolve your financial problems. Now, this is not a sales appointment. We're not going to figure out, we're just going to figure out, where you are financially. And I will be asking, in step 1, I will be asking a lot of questions because I need to understand what you are thinking as a couple. And we're trying to solve whether you want to pay for college, what are your needs? Do you want to buy a retirement home? Do you want to spend money for retirement? Do you want to, pay school for your grandchildren, weddings, whatever it is, whatever the situation, the financial situation you're struggling with and you want to solve, that's why we ask a lot of questions. And I will be gathering this information to use during the presentation appointment. and find out which assets you are comfortable using to build your own LifePlan 360. At the end of this appointment, I'm going to build a plan for you. Actually, you will be building a plan that is guaranteed to help you afford any life's great expenses without changing your current lifestyle, without going broke, or without ruining your retirement. And if you take a look at the screenshot here, it shows you a little bit on the right side of what LifePlan 360 plan looks like. And we'll go into more detail further ahead. So step number two, it's called the life circle. I'm sorry. This is where we draw out all the expenses that you plan on facing between now and retirement. We will draw these out in a circle called the life circle. And Parkinson's law number 1 says work expands so as to fill the time available for its completion. And Taide, I don't know if you know, I'm pretty sure you know somebody that, or even in school, when somebody wanted to, the teacher said, hey, you got a final essay to turn in. You know, when was the time that you actually sat down and started doing that essay? Was it at the beginning when he gave you that instruction, or was it 2 days or 3 days before its completion? That's kind of what Parkinson's law says. Work expands so it fills the time available for completion. So let's say you want to solve for college and want to help your kids, you want to pay for their kids' college education, You know, when was the time that you started saving? Did you start saving when they were born, when you should have, or are you just starting to start saving for their retirement? I mean, I'm sorry, for their college education. You know, so that's what Parkinson's law is stating, you know, that we always, you know, wait for the last minute to start doing things, and we need to change that. And so this is what it looks like. Step number 2, the life circle. LifePlan 360, like I said, is a holistic, simple approach family use to fully maximize their cash and cash flow. Now, this plan involves taking a family's financial lifestyle at whatever age they started. And so say Joe puts his monthly paycheck into a budget as shown on the left. And from that budget, money goes into an emergency fund or savings account. Money also goes from his paycheck into a qualified plan such as a 401k, 403b, or IRA if they have one. This is how they live paycheck to paycheck every month. They know that they can cover all those bills, but the LifePlan 360 states that if Joe is starting at age 45 and his final income shows that it's covering his current budget, he still has 5, 6, 7 major things or events to pay for between now and retirement. Also, many of those could be recurring payments that are outside of his normal budget. If all of these are outside of his normal budget and he has no money left over at the end of the month, currently, how can he possibly pay for all those different events that are coming up? It's really impossible, and that's why we help our clients. And well, here's the strange part. A very large majority of people will wing it. And when I say wing it, I mean that they will do whatever they can to pay for those things. And a vast majority in the 90 percentile will actually figure out how to go and get financing. And will borrow money to even bury themselves further in debt and further ruining their current budget. Now, say for example, you have $5,000 a month coming in every month and your bills are $5,000 a month. That means that you're able to pay for all your bills, right? Correct? Yes. So now here's the tricky part. If you have to buy one more thing and you don't have the cash to pay for it, you will have to find a way to finance it. And therefore, if you just need one more dollar, that permanently throws your budget out of whack and it can never be resolved ever again. Because if your budget is now $5,000 and $1 per month and you make only $5,000 per month, you're endless in trouble, kind of like this guy here, you know, teeter-tottering on the side. And so why does this happen? It happens because nobody's helping people to figure out how to arrange their finances. They are not being able to, they're not taught to live a manner that allows them to pay for the things outside of their budget. And so let me ask you something. Now let me if you could build a financial plan to pay for everything in step 2 without changing your lifestyle or causing you to go broke and have more money than you could possibly spend in retirement, how would that make you feel lately? I don't know about you, but I'll probably be jumping up and down, acting all crazy, being so happy. Kind of like when I found out that I was going to be a father, I was like crazy like that. And not only that, my wife will be so happy. My children will be happy. Even my dog will be happy because, we'll have so many other things to go and do together as a family. Anyways, this is where we begin to build your LifePlan 360 in step 3. It's called build your LP 360 plan or your LifePlan 360. So what we'll do first is list everything out from your income, your assets and liabilities, such as your retirement accounts and all that's kind of like what you see on the screen in the red square. Now on step 3, I will ask you to hypothetically allow me to show you what it would look like if we took money currently going out from your monthly cash flow and repositioning that money to help you build your LP 360 plans cash and cash flow. So we want to take money from your current cash flow and repositioning it so that we can start building your plan. Then I'm going to show you how to keep all your assets intact. At the same time, I will show you how to reposition and free up your money going into your assets. It will be in such a way that it will fully maximize your cash flow like never before up to this point in time. And so this is something very interesting. This step 3 is very important. And we do this via Parkinson's law number 2. Let me introduce you to this Parkinson's law number 2, which states that your expenses will always rise to match your available income. So if your income is $10,000, that means your expenses is going to rise to $10,000. If you start making $250,000, then your expenses will rise to match your income. Now you will see how this law directly applies on how you're able to free up money you may not even know you have it or didn't see. So when you start freeing up cash within your assets and your liabilities, what's going to happen once you get that money freed up? Guess what's going to happen? Are you going to see it again? No, you won't. You will find a way to spend that money because Parkinson's law number 2 says that your expenses will always rise to match your available income. So if you're available now, you have $500. Then guess what's going to happen? You're going to spend those $500. So we're going to keep money flowing out. Just change the destination and events, and that's how we're going to beat Parkinson's law number 2. So step number 4. Step number 4 is my favorite part of the plan because I can prove to you that it works. I show plans. Here's what you're currently doing. Here's all the things that are going to happen in the future, and this is how we're going to solve it. So this is how we show them how their LifePlan 360 will work. And so we're going to continue with questions. It's going to be, what is your plan? I'm going to ask, what is your plan to accomplish all of those things? You have your kids calling, like in this example, you have kids going to college in 2021. I don't know if you can see my mouse, but the first son of this family is going to start college in 2021, and then in 2020. I can see because of the arrow. Anyways, so this is in 2023. I'm sorry, that's when the other son will start college as well. And so how are you going to pay for all of those things? We ask our clients, our prospects, we ask them, how are you going to pay for all of those things? Whether it is college, whether it is retirement, whether it is, leaving a legacy. About 99.99% of the time, the answer is, Daniel, I don't know. And Daniel, we're being with 2 different financial planners and their answer is always the same. We will figure out when we get there. And let me tell you, this doesn't give people peace of mind when they hear we will solve it when we get there. And the first thing is we solve what they're trying to figure out and show them how it happened and how they got there. Then we will build a LifePlan 360 plan to show them how by rearranging what they were currently doing without changing their lifestyle budget or causing them to go broke, they can afford their dream lifestyle. And finally, we prove to them mathematically that if they keep repeating this year after year, every concern that they're trying to solve is solved. So if you continue to put money into your LifePlan 360 plan every year in year 2020, year 2021, 22, 23, if you continue to put money in there, then you will be able to have enough money to retirement. So that's how that goes. So they didn't have to change their lifestyle. They didn't have to get rid of their new cars or new phones. They didn't have to stop going out of restaurants or, you know, meeting up with their friends or going out to the movies. Well, in this times you have to kind of like stop doing that. But once we get back to normality or the new normality, where you'll be able to do things like this, they will go debt free immediately. They had a plan to start paying for everything with cash or self-finance immediately going forward for the rest of their life. So now in step 5, this is the last step of the plan. It's called the stress test. And step number 5 is really quite awesome. It's called the stress test for this reason. We want to find out how people are thinking when it comes to making decisions or choosing their product. So people want to know, what does every product have as possibilities? What are the downsides? What are the negatives to it? And does it fit what I'm trying to accomplish? You know, if they're trying to send their kids to college, not every product will work the same, but depending on what their goal and whatever they want to solve for in the LifePlan 360 plan, that's the different plan that we should be choosing. So therefore, the stress test shows our clients all the different options that they're available. They can actually choose their own product to put into their life plan or LifePlan 360 plan. But because you don't know as a client, because clients, they don't know every product in the world, we have a stress test to help them decide what product to choose. Will it be qualified plan, retirement accounts? Will it be cash value life insurance? Will it be annuities? Will it be bank CDs or savings? Will it be mutual funds, stocks? Will it be college savings accounts, or will it be bonds? So what plans are available to you? Those are the plans that are available to you. So if you could build the perfect vehicle to store your money in, what would it look like? So we go through all the different plans and we find the one that fits exactly what the client is looking for. In doing that, they actually own their plan and product in their choosing. This plan will take care of them from now through the rest, like I said, of their lives. So what is a proper plan? If you were able to choose the perfect plan for your family, what would it look like? Would you be debt free immediately? Would you be able to pay cash for everything between now and retirement? Would you know how much money you need for retirement? Would you have a plan which guarantees you will have what you needed? Would it you like to know how much income you are needed in retirement? Would you like a plan that gives you a retirement income that's 100 to 150% of the income you were making the day before your retirement for the rest of your life, guaranteed? And would you like to spend all the money in retirement and still have an inheritance for your family? Would you like to leave an inheritance to your heirs probate-free and tax-free? If I was to choose, I would choose all of these. But guess what? A lot of families are not having everything. So there are 3 types of family who needs proper planning. And those are the people that we can talk to. So families with debt, those who just can't seem to get out of it, no matter how hard they try. Incomes, but guess what? You just can't figure out why there seems to be always more days than dollars each month. And families who don't want to ruin their retirement, paying for their kids' college education, weddings, homes, or vacations, etc. And those who fear for that paying for college or other things will ruin their chances of retirement in their 60s. Or guess what? They potentially never retire. So one of the things that we do is we offer, if you are interested, if you're a parent of a high school student and you are interested in knowing, how to pay for your kids' college education without going broke, without ruining your retirement, and without changing your lifestyle, we have a webinar, we have a workshop that we offer for absolutely for free. So all you have to do is RSVP or give us a call, let us know, and we'll let you know when this next workshop will be, and you will be able to find out how to pay for your kids' college tuition without rating your retirement accounts, or cutting your spending. You will learn how to avoid common FAFSA filing mistakes that will reduce your financial aid, discover which scholarships are overrated and which loans you should avoid. And number 4, learn how to send your child to an expensive private school for less than most state schools. And like I said, this webinar is extremely popular and spots are limited. So we suggest that you register soon when the workshop becomes available. So we invite you to avoid the college planning mistakes that could cost you thousands of dollars. So remember, no obligation, just education. LifePlan 360, the greatest financial plan ever created. And we're going to be offering free consultation. So anybody that listens to this interview or this workshop, you're able to get a free consultation. But these are the requirements for that free consultation. Free consultation must be scheduled within 2 weeks of workshop. So if today is the 17th, you count out 2 weeks out, and you need to schedule right away. And I'm going to tell you why in a few minutes. So if you call after 2 weeks consultation, 2 weeks of the workshop, it would actually cost you $500. And the reason I do that is because my schedule is quite busy and we're getting more and more clients. So I have to squeeze you in at a different times. And like, look at my hours, I work only between 9 and 5. So if I need to squeeze you in, then that's why it's going to cost you $500. So I only take 5 new clients per week, and so schedule soon. And I only do 5 because the previous week, I already took 5. So 5 plus 5, that's 10 clients that I work per week. And that's actually 10 hours that I do. So it's kind of hard to get more than 5. And so when you call to schedule your free consultation, please mention Hispanic Chamber of E-Commerce when you schedule your appointment. And so what is your plan? A fool with a plan is better than a genius with none. T. Boone Spickens. So LifePlan 360, the ultimate financial planning system. Thank you for taking the time to be here with us and listening to this amazing lifestyle planning. And if you want to schedule your appointment, you can visit both of my websites. It's www.mylp360plan.com. And if you want a little bit more information on college funding and college planning and how to use LifePlan 360 to help you pay for your kids' college education, you can visit www.lp360collegeplan.com. And right there, you just go and schedule some time. And that's it. Taida, thank you so much for the time, the opportunity. And if there's any questions, I will answer any questions that are just general. I will not get into specific questions regarding personal information. And that is for the reason I do that is because if I share information with someone and somebody else takes that information and they use it and it doesn't work for them, and they'll come at me. So if there's any questions that are just general about LifePlan 360, I'm more than happy to do it. Thank you, Taide.
No, thank you, Jose. Please click on the link I sent you earlier, please.
All right.
Jose, I have a couple of questions I want to ask you. Okay, there you are. Jose, can you hear me?
I can hear you.
Okay, just give me 1 second. All right. Perfect. No echo on your side?
Nope, it's all good.
Sounds good. So thank you so much, Jose, for your presentation. You provided a lot of information, very valuable information. Before, and I want to be very respectful of your time because I know you're very busy, but I have a couple of questions. The first one that I have is like, what motivates you to go into this industry, knowing that, especially in the Latino community, the idea of financial planning is not something that we have in our list of priorities. So, what motivates you to do what you do?
That's a very interesting question. And right before I started LifePlan 360, I was about to, say, you know what, I'm going to stop helping the Latino community because they're just not looking into uh, the benefits of the life insurance industry. And so I decided to actually stay and stick around and learn more about it. And the reason, I don't know, I don't understand why the reason it is that, the Latino community or the Hispanic community doesn't really get involved into lifestyle planning or, financial planning. They just wing it. There's like, the thing is that a lot of families live paycheck to paycheck. A lot of families don't have that additional money, to put aside $200, $300 that a typical life insurance agent will want to help a client with. And so if they don't have that money, they could, to save it, they would probably use it to, maybe go out with the kids, go out with the family, buy new things. They use it as an emergency fund. So a lot of the average American, if you will, um, live paycheck to paycheck, and that is a big problem. And they have a lot of debt. So with our problem, one of the things that we do is we can actually help if they have a cash flow, if they have a way to provide cash flow for their plan, we are able to actually get them a debt free immediately, which means that they will free up money, and now they'll have money to do other things that goes towards their financial planning and cover everything other area that they're maybe not covering because they're in so much debt that they cannot afford it.
Well, that's very
Well,
interesting.
that's
And
that's very interesting. And
I can tell you,
I can
Jose,
tell
that
you, Jose, that
um,
uh,
can you hear
can
echo
you
or
can
no?
you hear? No, I'm good.
Okay, cool. Um, you know, when I moved to the States, I moved from Mexico, and to be honest with you, like in the way that I grew up, financial planning wasn't really a priority in my life, even when I started my first business. Mexico is a very like cash driven economy, right? But then
Right.
my wife, she's American. She grew up here, so she was already in that mindset, and because of her, we already have we have a financial planner, and we have different investments in place, etc. So pretty much like what you talk about. So I can relate to all those Latinos that feel like it is impossible, but in reality, and you just shared some information throughout your presentation that it's possible for anyone. It's just they just have to take the step, and it is important for them to know that every case is different, and that's why they have someone like you to
Hmm.
conduct an assessment of what their current situation is and come up with a plan that is going to be a good fit for them. Correct?
Exactly. That's why we offer a free consultation. There's no obligation. It's just free education. We show them what Lifeline 360 can do for them. It's absolutely free. They're not going to lose anything. They're just going to get educated. Everybody should want to get educated on something. This is a different way of seeing things. We've been so educated throughout the years from the life insurance industry or the financial industry, and they teach us, hey, this is what the way that you need to go. So everybody goes that way. But in reality, we got to start focusing on providing or finding out ways that we can actually educate ourselves into different ways that we can do and accomplish our financial circumstances or dilemmas. And it's very important, to do that.
And Jose, for all those that do not know how this industry works, how do you get paid? Because I bet you that there's going to be more than one that's going to watch this video and is going to feel like you are very expensive.
Uh-huh. Thank you for that. I'm not very expensive. It's not, what we're related. Remember that I told you, that I shared with you guys about our fiduciary responsibility. Every all the information that I share with you, it's in the client's best interest. We get paid by commission through the insurance company. The client never pays us. We are kind of like the middleman between the financial industry or the companies and the client, and we bring them together with the LifePlan 360 plan, and we connect the client with the company, and the company will pay us, from whatever money they make.
So that's why
So
it's
the
so
client,
important. I'm sorry. Go ahead, Jose.
yeah. So I'm just saying that the client never pays me, and that's why we don't do that.
That's why it's so important for you guys to give this a try, because it is your future what you're talking about here. So it's important for you to know that regardless of your current financial situation, you can still have a financial plan. Like, plan ahead, be prepared. And especially, I mean, we've seen it with this pandemic, a lot of people got financially hurt. And if they will have had some type of or a plan in place, a financial plan in place, they could probably be taking advantage of some of that right now. If you will need some cash or something. So it is important, for your children, college education, even if you don't have other investments in or financial investments for yourself, at least invest in your children's education, the college fund and stuff that Jose talked about earlier. And he
Hmm.
said that, how often do you host that workshop, Jose, the one for college?
We're gonna start doing it. Like I said, Lifeline 360. It's brand new here in California, here in San Diego, and I'm planning on maybe hosting once per week,
Okay.
and letting people know Lifeline 360 is really big in Michigan, where John Dahl lives, and it's expanding from there to Texas and just all over different states. There's brand new agents coming up, and you're gonna be hearing Lifeline 360 a lot in the near future, because what I like to say when somebody else asks me, are you what is it? What are you? What's your role? I said I'm kind of like the financial advisor for the financial advisors. So our biggest
Mhm.
clients are financial advisors that don't have these plans. So if that's the case, and you have a financial advisor, or whoever is listening to this, they have a financial advisor, give this a try. Just find out what LifePlan 360 can do for you. It doesn't cost anything to sit down with me. All you have to do is just schedule an appointment within these next 2 weeks of listening to this webinar, or this um, interview, and we'll offer you a free consultation. We'll share with you. We'll sit down with you, and we'll show you. We'll go through these 5 steps that we talked about, and we'll find out exactly what it is that you need to do. And let me ask you something, David. When was the last time your financial advisor told you, when was the told you, you're going to be able to retire this date? Never heard of.
Yeah.
You go to your financial advisor, and you ask him, hey, when can I retire? And it's going to be, well, let's take a look at, your investment. Let's take a look at your, retirement accounts, and find out. And like, I don't know if the market crashes, you won't be able to retire, but with our plan, you don't have to worry about that. So we'll actually tell you an exact date of when you're going to be able to retire. If you want to retire at 65, we'll make sure that the plan is designed so that you can retire at 65. And you don't have to worry with inflation. You don't have to worry, market losses or anything. Everything is guaranteed. When was the last time your financial advisor offered you guarantees?
I have a pretty good one, so I'm not gonna talk bad about it on live.
No,
Can't
no.
complain.
When I say you, I'm not
Yeah.
interviewing you. You know,
Wait.
it's just
Yeah. In
in
general. In
general.
general. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
A lot of financial advice, they don't give out guarantees. So it's very important to just give it a try. Find out what LifePlan 360 can do for you. You got nothing to lose and a lot to learn.
That's exactly what I was about to say. You have nothing to lose. It's better to be prepared, and in any situation, especially when it comes about money. And those are some of the steps that we have to start taking as professionals and entrepreneurs. Like, understand how to manage our finances better for the future and even the present too. Jose, I know that there are going to be some folks that are going to be watching this video out of the 2 weeks uh, promotion that you have. So hopefully, when they reach out to you, you will have maybe a space there, some there available. So I don't want to discourage anyone that watches this after the 2 weeks to say like, it's too late. I don't
Right,
want to pay Jose 500 for consultation, right?
right. Hey, that's why I put down there at the very bottom, when you make your appointment or your consultation, just mention Hispanic Chamber of E-commerce or Taide, your name, and we'll
Work
forget
something
about
out.
that.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Thank you, Jose.
We're just
Appreciate it because this is very important for our community and those that have followed the work that we do through the association and the Hispanic Chamber of E-commerce is that for us it's important, to contribute our 2 cents to help build economic prosperity in our community. And one way of doing that is through this, like working with financial advisors, understanding how you can uh, put your money to work in a better way. So that's why I was, excited to have you over, Jose. I know that some folks are watching us now, and they will keep watching this interview. Please remind us how they can reach out to you if they want to talk to you about their situation.
Yeah, sure. So you can visit both of my websites. The first one is www.mylp360.com, and you can visit that website, and I will share it. I will put my links or information maybe on the bottom of the comments of this presentation or interview, and also for college planning and things of that nature and funding. What we do, it's you can go to my website. The website is it's www. Um, LP360collegeplan.com. And like I
Perfect.
said, we'll share that information with you.
Is there any phone number that you can share or email address?
Yeah, definitely. My phone number is 619-748-7655. Once again, 619-748-7655. And my email address is jdcorte jr. At lifeplan360.net.
Perfect.
So,
And Jose speaks Spanish, so if any of you guys wanna
hablamos español perfectamente.
hablar
Yo nací en
español.
México.
Just out of curiosity, where is your background, Jose? Where do you come from, or your family?
Uh,
If you were
my
born here.
dad, I was born in Ensenada, Baja California, so not too far away from here.
Yeah.
Um, my mom, my brother, my younger brother, and I were born there, and my dad is born in Puebla, really close to Mexico City, about an hour ways, and so
That's
they that that's how that's the mixture that I got. Puebla and Ensenada. Something happened. Something really good happened there.
that's great, Jose.
And
Is there anything else that you wanna add before we wrap this up?
I just want to say, just keep in mind, I can only take 5 clients per
Per
week.
week.
So, if there's 10, 15 of you, I can only take 5. So it is important that if you decide to give LifePlan 360 a try and see what it can do for you and how you can actually solve your financial problems, or even not, even if you have a financial planner already, just give it a try. It's a free product. You can actually take this plan and take it to your financial advisor and say, hey, can you do this for me? And if you can do that, great. If not, hey, you can always come back to me and we'll help you out. And so having said that, Taide, thank you once again. It is an honor and pleasure to be speaking here with you guys in the Hispanic Chamber of E-commerce. Thank you so much for the opportunity, Taide.
No, thank you, Jose, for sharing some of your knowledge today. I know this is very important for our community and for anyone, any professional, any business owner out there that wants to be better prepared for the future. This is one way of doing it. So thank you again, Jose, for sharing all this information. And Jose, he can also be found in our business in our marketplace. I'm sorry. So you can go there and find his information. And if for some reason you couldn't write down the email or phone number, just reach out to us and we will connect you with whoever is interested in having a conversation with Jose. Jose, again, thank you so much, my friend. I appreciate your time and all the knowledge that you shared with us today.
Thank you so much, Tade. It was an honor and pleasure working with you today and find a way to help our community. Thank you and God bless.
Thank you. I appreciate you, brother. Take care.